I made a post the other day on my Facebook artist page. Um, um, and I stated that I want to be less performative in life and more performative when it's time to actually perform. And that means like I feel like, especially in 2026, especially online with social media, they say, well, you got a lot of people just pretending to be something they're really not on social media. They're only going to show you the highlights of their life. They're not going to show you when they're unemployed and broke and going through whatever, you know what I'm saying, relationship struggles. They're just going to show you when, or they're going to at least try to portray that the relationship is going perfectly, that they have all the money in the world. And hopefully that's true. Sometimes it is, but a lot majority of the time is we're performing. People are performing, and it's exhausting. And it's not a sense of like we have to do it, we have to be performative, but we do. Like, it's just not, we don't have to be performative, but we are being performative because that's how the culture has that's how the culture is grooming us to be. You know what I'm saying? That's how the culture is grooming us to be. The world in general, especially in the United States, where like everyone is a character. Everyone wants to portray a certain image to the world, and then they're a totally different person when they get by themselves, and there is total silence, and you're just literally, it's just you and God. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that's the only time we're really. I saw someone say that a while back, that we're really only our true selves when we're by ourselves. If you really think about it, how true that is. That's the only time you're your 100% authentic self, is when you're sitting by yourself, when you're with your own thoughts. But otherwise, if you're talking to someone on the street, having a conversation at work with someone, especially black people, we have to code switch and stuff. So we communicate and talk one way at work with certain people, then outside of work we communicate and talk with them one way. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's exhausting. It becomes exhausting. And that's just an example. That's not the full, that's not the full scope of this clip. But I think let's try to work on being ourselves in all aspects and in all realms of life. Just try to work on being ourselves. I think it'll be better for our nervous systems, for our spiritual and mental clarity, for our bodies, for our physical bodies, because stress eventually, what is the word? It manifests in a physical sense. The effects of stress begin to manifest in a physical sense, negatively. So let's work on being less performative for people who, most of them don't even care about us. If we being totally honest, the people we're normally performative for, they could give 2 cents about us. Think about it. But the people who you've always been able to be yourself around, those are the people who normally care the most about you. It's so wild, you know what I'm saying? It's so weird, but yeah, that's one of my personal goals for the rest of this year. Be less performative until it's time to perform. And I say time to perform because I am an independent music artist, so I expect myself to be performative when I'm actually performing. Like when it calls for a performance, like when you have to perform, like whether it be at work to get, to hit certain metrics or something like that. But that's the only time we should be performing, is when we're called to perform. Not in life. You know what I'm saying? Not in everyday life. You should have to perform being yourself. Peace.